Hi, Denny Johnson here. It's just a few hours after the equinox, and I'd like to share with you some of my experiences and insights and things that I'm pretty sure that I'm going to change for the future. Overall, I'm really excited about the possibilities of being able to utilize the equinox to improve my overall health, well being, happiness, and to participate in a transformation in some way to help my family, my community, my country, the globe as a whole, and so on. It's really a remarkable thing that this is all about. So, what I started with was I started with the feeling of my father's family. That's the colors on this side. The brown for my father's mother, and the red for my father's father, and so on. The green for my great grandparents on that side, and the gold, and my other great grandparents, my father's mother's mother, and my father's mother's father. That's these feelings. And I did the same thing on my mother's side, but I found I was most uh, impacted. I made a circle of my mother's family, and I acknowledged like each one of them standing there. And then I brought my father's family inside my mother's family, and they kind of looked at each other, where the three met the three, and the four met the four, and the five and the six, and the three and the four again, and so on, down to the one and the two. I liked that. I liked the feeling of that. So I continued to utilize that, and I did my best to convert these energies into a dynamic that looked something like this. And I brought these feelings inside me, and I wanted to emotionally feel them in my body, not something outside. I wanted to bring them all the way in, to bring them as close to me as possible, because what this about really is to utilize the naturally existing vibrations in nature and bring them into the body. This is about facilitating a change in physical health, physical well-being, and being able to learn to use earth-based vibrations to be able to begin to vitalize the physical body. Now, I did use the experience of the mineral kingdom, plant kingdom, and animal kingdom. I used that image. Let me show it to you. I used this image momentarily to remember to bring mineral kingdom, plant kingdom, animal kingdom, and bring the vital forces of nature, because one of the experiences about the equinox is it is simultaneously experienced globally. So all the people on Earth are having the same experience of planetary vibration in alignment with the sun. It's really very much about the sun and time. And in that moment, everyone is experiencing the same time, meaning we're all having the same experience of light and dark at the same time, and there is the equinox. I enjoyed that process. And there's other parts for me as I brought those feelings in my family tree and the colors closer to my heart. I went into that sequence I've referred to as the pericardium, that's the skin of the heart, the trabecula, which is really the fibers of the muscles of the heart, and then the laminin, which is the individual molecule. This is the individual protein molecule that's responsible for cellular integrity, cellular migration, cellular differentiation. So it is the molecule that makes a gallbladder different than a liver. So this is the molecule that holds the cellular structure together. So it has this ascending and descending force in the vertical axes, but it also has the horizontal processes where the equinox occupies. So I spent time in the very center of this, and I rather enjoyed the feeling of it, and I could feel that there is so much more that's possible that I still need to learn how to feel and access. So then afterwards, I was sitting for a while and I noticed I was drawn to do something. And I would like to share with you a series of images that you might very much benefit from, and that it's how to use what I consider to be, and there could be others, the highest physical vibration on Earth. An eclipse is a little higher, but I didn't have one of those immediately available, so I used what I could manage. So I'm going to take you through a series of images that I would like to eventually put to music and offer you something of a guided tour of the family using music and also these pictures. So let me show you the first of these. This is the experience of the northern lights, the Aurora Borealis, that actually, with charged ions, it is revealing the circulating function of the electromagnetic field of the Earth. So to me, this is the vibrant use of vibrational attention, of circulation, but I'm bringing it deep inside of my own cellular matter. Now, part of the underlying premise of this is that the bridge between the physical body and the soul is primarily the mind. And when I use imagery, imagination, and feeling, I'm primarily using the mind. Yes, there's elements where I can actually begin to feel, and that would incorporate more of my own soul. But this is focused on how to change the vibratory experiences and the colors associated with the natural vibrations of the earth. So I have a tendency to focus on these and to be able to move them deeper and deeper into my body. So I was taking them through this is a red blood cell. So I was trying to take these earthly vibrations into my own blood. Now, why would you want to do that? Well, for me, the blood is the physical presence of the soul in the body, the blood. It has a lot to do with the life-giving, oxygen-carrying, circulating function of the blood. And out of the 37 trillion cells in the body, 25 trillion of them are blood cells. But the mother of the blood, well, is the bones. So I was spending time in the blood, inside the bones, circulating the Aurora Borealis and bringing in different frequencies of color, naturally existing, the highest physical vibration, something that is not imagination, but is a physical reality. But I can use my mind and imagination to circulate this inside my physical body. The goal is to consistently elevate and amplify and to be able to expand and enrich the spirit body, thus giving my two sides of my family tree the greatest opportunity to meet and feel and hopefully to resolve some of the issues in my family tree. So I'll show you some other ones. I'll take you through this. I change the colors at times. I would like to see these eventually into a dissolve unit. Some of these, they have a natural feeling of differences. Each one of the colors, they correspond to the chakra system and individual meridians and so on and so on. And it's also circulating. Some of them are just quite, well, spectacular. I particularly like this one because it had the two sides of the masculine and feminine functions. And to be able to feel this. Then there are other ones that had specific vibrations. Like this one to me was fire and father's father and the vital forces of purpose and passion. And this is what brings the life force into the body. So there are others that I thought were also spectacular, and they moved and they were alive, and I loved to be able to circulate them. I was using also elements of my breath, remembering at times to go into the bones, trying to also use my heart as a prism of this. I liked moving around, trying different things. I even used some music to these that I particularly had as favorites, and I'd be glad to share that with you. And then the last one I used was this one. Well, I love this one because to me, it's like a waterfall from heaven. And it's the movement of divine love, or the experience of the highest vibrations materializing into the matter of the water and flowing into my upper brain, down my vertebrae, and out into my central nervous system, saturating the cerebral spinal fluid. And well, okay, I was having fun. But I do see that there are some wonderful opportunities to be able to do this really well in the future. And I'm going to invite people who would like to go through this and build the desire to do this over the next 6 months until the next equinox. What that looks like is a daily practice of feeling and the times and the cycles and the seasons. And then we do this with each other on a planetary scale. Oh, yeah, we can do this. We are naturally designed to have fun. So this is where I am with it. I hope that some of you who participated had your own experiences. And if you didn't feel like you got very far, oh, don't worry. We're going to get some practice of doing this. I'm planning on facilitating this and other experiences like it. And to help you be prepared, I'll record different things for different parts of the family tree. We need to do a study of the siblings and also the chakra systems and so on and so on. And well, what else were you actually doing today anyway? So why not do something really fun? So thanks for your patience and the way that this is presented. I think we could do it more artistically. We'll do it for you in a dissolved unit with music, and we'll maintain a wonderful way of being able to give this to you freely. So hope you had fun. Talk to you soon.